What's up, fellas? Welcome back to another What I Eat in a Day. We're doing another yummy in my stummy edition as a runner. Let's get right into it. This video is sponsored by MRM Nutrition, but we'll talk more about that later. It's breakfast time, rise and shine. We're making a smoothie. We've got banana and mixed berries, fueling the day with fruit. Also pouring in some almond milk there, unsweetened. And here we got some MRM maca powder. I've been using this maca powder since college, and it's an adaptogen, which means it helps your body adapt to stress. So I use it daily almost, usually in my smoothies. I'm also adding some flaxseed and chia seed. I also added in some rolled oats. You know, I have to have my oatmeal somehow. And then I added in some peanut flour, which is basically just dehydrated peanuts. I added in way too much, so I took out this big chunk. And then also added in some frozen spinach. Pro tip, if your spinach is about to go bad, put it in the freezer and then you can use it for smoothies. It's kind of gross when you try to put it into your smoothie, but it works out the same and it tastes fine. So I did that, and then now we're gonna blend it right on up. Also, I'd like to point out, I didn't have any coffee this morning, just to prove to you guys that, no, I'm not addicted to cold brew, okay? I can go a day without it. I'm fine. I promise I'm fine. It's 8 p.m., okay? I have a ton of energy, as you can tell, okay? So, just check out that delicious smoothie. I make sure to blend it up a lot so I don't have a bunch of seeds in it from the berries. And here we go. We're unscrewing the cap, as you can see, mixing the smoothie right on up. Literally not a pretty color at all, but we don't care about the color, we care about the taste. So how does it taste, Emma? It looks thick with 10 C's, which is right on point. Now let's give it a little taste test. There I am, rise and shine. I just woke up, can you tell? Tastes good. Throwing up the deuces. Post 5 mile run, we are reloading with some MRM Reload BCAAs. This is perfect for post workout. This is something I've been taking ever since starting marathon training. I've noticed a significant difference in my muscle soreness after I work out. I add 2 scoops to my MRM blender bottle, and then also about 8 to 12 ounces of water. I always make sure the water's cold, just because I like cold beverages, and it makes it a little tastier to me. And now, we screw the cap on, do the usual shake-a-rooney. In the past, I was definitely a protein shake kind of gal, but the BCAAs have really helped me with my soreness levels, so that's my go-to now. Okay, it's lunchtime, and we're making some stuffed sweet potatoes. I love sweet potatoes, and it is fall time, which means potatoes are back in season. Not like I don't eat them all the other times of the year, but I don't know, they're usually on sale at this time of year, so I go crazy. Emma the potato gal comes out to the max. I wash my sweet potatoes and then I punctured a bunch of holes in them so that they don't blow up in my oven. And then I lined a baking sheet with tin foil, and we're going to bake them at 425 until they are caramelized, about 30 minutes. And now we're going to chop up our honey roasted chickpeas. This is a little added bonus to my stuffed sweet potatoes. It really adds a level of crunch. These chickpeas are so good. I'm going to chop them roughly. This will be a nice topper. That's what they should look like. In a bowl, while the potatoes are cooking, we are going to add 2 tablespoons of melted ghee, about 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, for that fall vibes. 1 tablespoon of coconut sugar, a tiny splash of vanilla, and a pinch of sea salt. And then we're gonna mix it all together, stir to combine. Looks a little chunky at first, but you gotta be paciente. And then it should look like this, and set it aside. Now that the potatoes are nice and caramelized, look at that, they're oozing. That sounds gross, but that's what they should look like. We're gonna slice them down the middle, slicing and dicing. The potatoes are probably going to be really hot, so you may be playing hot potato with yourself. Hot potato, don't touch them. Okay, well, you have to touch them because you have to open them so that we can put all of our ingredients in and stuff them. Oh, also make sure to get pretty round sweet potatoes. You don't want long and narrow ones because they won't stuff as well. You want round ones, like the one on the right looks perfect. The other one's a little bit too long. Now we are coating our potatoes with the ghee mixture. Usually you can brush it on, but I didn't have like one of those little brushes, so I just spooned it on and it worked out fine. We're adding our roughly chopped honey roasted chickpeas, and then we're also gonna add my favorite part of the recipe. are vegan marshmallows. I found out the vegan marshmallows broil a little bit better than the normal marshmallows. I don't really know what it is. I don't know what ingredient it is that makes it different, but I like using vegan marshmallows the best. Oh my gosh, I love marshmallows. Okay, now we're gonna add some more of the chickpeas, and then we're gonna broil these bad boys for 1 to 2 minutes on high. Make sure you keep your eye on them in the oven because they burn really quickly. So let's go. Whoa, they're already done. My goodness, they look amazing. Just please look at that. Please tell me how good that looks. I already know it looks good. You don't even have to tell me. This recipe can literally be made breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, any time of the day. It's good to go. Your friends, your family, they'll love it. Make this. It tastes so good, and it's relatively healthy for, a dessert if you decide to make it for a dessert. A few marshmallows, at 9 in the morning, anyone can have that. Et bon appetit. Whoa, it's already dinner time. Wow, those few hours went by fast. I'm so funny. Okay, now what we are making, a tofu stir-fried type thingy-mabob, aka the fastest dinner you'll ever make in your life. First, we washed and chopped our Brussels sprouts. You can also use broccoli for this recipe, but all I had today were Brussels sprouts, so we're going with it. And next, we are going to chop up our tofu. I've been so into tofu lately. I don't know what it is. I just have not been craving meat, so tofu has been my way to go. And I've really been loving this extra firm tofu. I don't know what it is, but it has been my addiction lately for dinner. So we got this extra firm tofu, chopping it into big cubes. I didn't press it or anything, so it's kind of filled with water at the moment because I don't think that far in advance. And when I want to eat dinner, I want to eat dinner. I don't want to wait 30 minutes for the tofu to press. So we just cubed it. Now we're going to put it in our wok. I am going to dry saute it with no oil or no water or anything, just because I want to get all the moisture out of the tofu that I can. And here we are. We're just gonna dry saute this. Okay, don't underestimate it. Don't judge me. We're just gonna keep sauteing it and leaving it to cook for a couple minutes at a time until everything starts to get a little bit more browned. I also added in some liquid aminos, aka a soy sauce alternative, for the flavor of the dish. It has a pretty big flavor, and you don't need to add very much for it to overtake the dish, I guess. So that is going to soak into the tofu and the Brussels sprouts and also help it cook a little bit more. And then a couple minutes later, it looks like this. So a lot of the moisture has been dried up and everything's starting to look a little bit more crispy, just the way I like it. But again, we're just going to keep letting it cook. And then it looks like this, and basically all the moisture is gone. And now we're going to add in some pre-cooked quinoa. I already made this earlier in the week, which is really, really handy. I added to a lot of my meals just to add in some carbohydrates and bulk to the dinner. Also added in a little bit more liquid aminos there, and just going to heat up the quinoa now for literally like a minute or so. And then it's going to be all done, and mix it all together, get all the flavors in there. And wow, that took me literally 10 minutes to make, maybe even less. Wow, look at that. I am an Asian cuisine master. Literally the easiest dish ever. Like 5 ingredients. Okay, now we're gonna plate it on up. Wow, I'm getting hungry again just looking at this. The tofu, guys, is really getting me, alright? Extra firm tofu is the way to go. Try it if you haven't. So freaking good. Wow, look at that. Dinner. I also added in some sesame seeds because I am a chef and you can't go wrong. There we go. The final meal of the day. So good. Yes. Well, that's it for this one today, fellas. Make sure to follow me on my food Instagram at OneCrazeFoodie. Subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.